Aloha and welcome back once again. This is another Paradigm Shift Central Conscious Media Co-op production meeting for Friday, February 1st, 2019. This is, of course, Brendan welcoming you here. And, of course, we are going to be using the next allotted period of time to be able to share some updates on the project, where things are at, and to be able to brainstorm together as a team. So today's broadcast, today's production meeting, we're going to be talking about some very important things because the website has officially launched. So now we're in the process of just kind of gradually moving things out there and getting the gears turning on this very beautiful machine that we're creating together here as a team. So, of course, for today's production meeting, I'm once again joined by fellow shifters. We have Manders and we have Matthew. It's a small crew here today, but that's totally cool because I just want to be able to focus on some brainstorming and getting some feedback. So, Matthew, Manders, please feel free to unmute yourself and say hello to people listening to this in the future. Say hello to the future, guys.
Hello, future.
Future. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
You're so bright.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Cool. Okay, so just going over some of the content that we want to talk about for this broadcast. So again, the Paradigm Shift Central website is up and running. Last night on January 31st, we did a live broadcast with our regular 8 p.m. Thursday time slot that was promoted as a relaunch party or website launch party. So we were letting people know that the website was ready. I was showing it to them on screen. I was just talking about it, talking about the intention behind it, and just hyping it up in general. So now that we have this ready to go, at this point, we have about 6 entries on the main website. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting to create the momentum to be able to help create the routine and the relationship between the project and the audience to get them in the flow of understanding how things are working and the simplicity of it, which is essentially new content being posted throughout the week and then us being responsible for helping bring attention, aka traffic, to the website. And so part of what I wanted to be able to do is just kind of brainstorm with Matthew and Manders here to be able to get some feedback. And so just for me to be able to explain this. So for myself, and again, just for everyone to be on the same page. So the big one of the big ways to be able to bring traffic through the website is going to be by developing momentum through Instagram. And so the tactic that we currently have here is that I'm going to be focusing much more on creating my regular inspirational content to Instagram using the swipe up feature, getting into the routine of having a consistent pattern for the way that I'm using the Instagram stories, for example, and then just allowing that to grow literally, like even just a week from now, 2 weeks from now, having that momentum getting created, and then from there telling people to link to my bio within Instagram, or again use the swipe up feature, and just allowing people to see the content that is coming through. And for myself, it's also just going to be a variety of making inspirational content through memes, through videos, through live videos, questions that we get people involved with. And so I'm really excited about that because over the last month, as you know, I've really just been focusing on the website, and I kind of put the Instagram a little bit on hold, but now that the website is ready, we're kind of switching back into that flow of focusing on Instagram and having that direct traffic to the website. And so other than Instagram, the other platforms that we will be utilizing, of course, will be Facebook. And that's something that I wanted to be able to just kind of like talk about, get some feedback about. And yeah, through there, we do have the Paradigm Shift Central Facebook page. And so I'm going to be like developing a routine of posting specific, like exact links to entries onto the Facebook page and just allowing that to reach people. And also potentially playing with paid promotions, either just a paid promotion for the website in general, which is obviously like a very, very simplistic and powerful idea, or for specific content, because I like the idea of just having an ongoing promotion running that direct people just to the main website. So instead of just being like, hey, check out this new video, it's, hey, check out the website so that you can see all the new content that is coming through it. So through Facebook, I'll be posting to my own profile, we'll be posting in groups. And again, now that the website is running, what we're inviting members of the co-op to be able to work on together is spending some time through the day helping share content. So as we move forward, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having new shifter entries kind of released at like just kind of even just one a day. And that way, so as a team, we have the option to kind of just be able to focus on sharing that one piece of content through various Facebook pages, or again, even like sharing it as a swipe up story within your Instagram, or linking to my profile within Instagram and sharing it that way as well. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see how I can utilize more of Facebook to be able to drive traffic. And again, and I think the model that I want to create out of this is something that can automate itself as much as possible, as well as a routine that's going to allow me to just kind of like drag and drop things, so that it's not going to take up too much time. But understanding that, you know, a big part of what it is that we're creating together is the process of curation, and curation does take work, so it's trying to find like the optimized way to be able to curate. And so again, that's kind of like where the project is at right now. We're basically like, the website is up, and now we're just in the process of getting the gears rolling. And this is something that will begin to like really yield like those potent results, you know, in the coming weeks. But at the same time, really just taking our time with it, and slowly as we do this, we'll also be like just, you know, letting people know that this website exists. And also at the same time, I want to be keeping my eyes out for future creators that we might want to be able to invite specifically to the co-op. And in addition to creating our own content, part of what we'll be using the co-op for is also to be able to feature other people's content who may not actually be within the co-op. So say, for example, my friend Bridget Nielsen, she's she's a dedicated creator in her own way. She doesn't have time to necessarily be involved with a co-op, but I'd still like to be able to support her. So what I would do, I would just check in with her and just be like, hey, are you cool if we feature your content through the website? And then I would post it through the website through the additional profile that we have that's separate from my own profile, which is just a profile just called Paradigm Shift Central through the website. And then using that profile, that would help like feature individual content community creators who are still associated with the community but may not be directly involved as a co-op member. So that's just like part of the content that we'll be seeing coming through the website. And again, so it would be a variety of the content that we're creating, content that where we're featuring specific things from creators outside of the initial co-op community. And yeah, just again focusing on really providing the audience with that level of professionalism, that level of like higher tier quality that is going to allow them to feel comfortable with coming back, knowing that they're going to be getting something that is worth their time and providing that value to them. So other things that I want to be able to talk about real quick within this broadcast, I will do a little bit later, is just kind of like brainstorming a little bit more about the future models for roundtables. I'm going to be kind of like doing a little bit of that on the side, and also just kind of being open to hearing about additional tactics that people here in this meeting right now might have in terms of like how we can help, you know, invite more people to be able to help view the website, and also get them into the habit of checking the website manually on their own. Because and I'll just say this and then we'll start passing the talking stick around. With the website, there is the possibility of doing a newsletter, though right now I'm not rolling that out just yet, because I find that if you create a website and you just have like the subscribe here to our newsletter thing, then that kind of discourages people from the need to be able to check it manually themselves. Where I feel if we don't have that, then they get in the habit of just literally going to the website and seeing what's new there using their own eyes, instead of having to like have it come to them. But I am still open to the idea of doing like some kind of like bi-monthly newsletter of something. But again, that's just like an additional production thing that I think will roll out a little bit later down the road, just to be able to make sure that, you know, people who aren't able to check the website can still get like brought up to speed and still be able to have the content delivered to them. So again, just another tactic to be able to help deliver content as well. Yeah, but that's basically the gist of it. So let me just lay that out, and let me just check in with Matthew and Manders. I just want to be able to see like how you guys are feeling. Manders was in the broadcast last night, and she was like feeling the energy that we were creating. People were getting pretty excited about that. But yeah, just from you guys here, general thoughts on just kind of, you know, things that we can do to help get the gears rolling on the project slowly but steadily. So if Matthew or Manders, if either one of you wants to jump in first, please by all means go right ahead. And again, we're just kind of brainstorming, looking for feedback at this point. So
Yeah, I have a few questions about some stuff too, like with the change of the website.
for sure.
Um, but one of the things I was thinking too is as far as like when we're posting inspiration and media medicine, can we just link the website in these posts like when we're doing?
Within like an Instagram post, or what do you?
Yeah, like if we're doing an Instagram post, or let's say if I go on, let's say we post something on the website, and then I want to tell people on Facebook that I posted something on the website, and I can link it to the website and be like, hey, check out what I did over here.
Mm-hmm. Right now, Manders, what link do you have in your Instagram bio?
I don't believe I have one.
Right. So one thing you could do is
Oh, put it
literally
in the bio.
post the link for your own profile in your Instagram bio.
Oh,
Literally, like the
gotcha.
actual link to your blog posts would be the
Yeah.
specific link. And then that
Okay.
way you can literally just be like, hey, new content was posted, and they can go right to there. Again, like you can, if it's, even if it's on like your profile on the main website, then that can still link people back to your YouTube channel as well as like
Yeah.
any other channels. But yeah, that would be one way, as well as literally just like somewhere in there just saying, paradigmshiftcentral.com, and then people can manually check that out. Though understandably, that's like kind of the thing with Instagram, is that links are a little bit different there. So if even someone reads
Yeah.
Paradigm Shift Central, they're still going to be required to literally type it in within their own Safari browser themselves, which most people won't do. So yeah, the utilization of the bio link is definitely one way to be able to do it. So yeah, and yeah, and again, let's totally, any other questions that you guys have as we go, please ask those, because I'm sure other people are probably having similar questions, and keeping clarity and keeping things simple is what the game is here. So, but yeah, any other things, Manders?
Yeah, well, like, so when you put in the address Paradigm Shift Central, I know it's supposed to route you to the new website. I haven't had that happen yet, unless maybe I'm just not being patient enough. Um, so is that, so we don't have to like change the address to the Nexus
What's happened,
dot
like,
com.
yeah, so when you type in paradigmshiftcentral.com, what happens on your browser?
Let me do it on my computer. I think I've only tried on my phone. Let me look real quick.
Okay, go ahead. And also just want to note that Tamara jumped in, so aloha, Tamara.
Hey guys, I'm at work, so I probably won't be able to speak much, but I wanted to listen in because I haven't been in here.
Oh, now it is.
Oh,
Okay. On my browser, it's working. I think it was just on my phone, but on my browser, it's linking me to the main website. So
Okay.
we're not going to have to change like the address on like the buttons and things like that, right? That all stays the same.
Yeah, that all stays the same. Double check it on your phone. Let me know if it's like not linking and stuff like that.
Okay.
Getting the new website linked specifically to the paradigmshiftcentral.com URL is actually something I'm in the process of doing, because right now it's like connected to another website, and I just need to make sure that like I'm doing that process properly. So it's just a little like technical stuff. So ideally in the future, the website won't be nexus.paradigmshiftcentral.com. That will just be paradigmshiftcentral.com.
Gotcha.
That will be ideally what we'll be able to do. But again, like right now, typing in paradigmshiftcentral.com links you to Nexus. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, but yeah, like if it's not,
I'll check it
then
on my phone.
sometimes like that's just, the fact that like maybe it's an older version of a phone, maybe it's an internet connection. So yeah, just one of those technical aspects. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much it. I mean, I've been not going on Facebook as much, and I'm gonna start doing that again more. So I'm gonna work on getting the word out more there, and like just with broadcasts and stuff like that, sharing the links and all that. So,
Awesome.
but the baby just woke up, so I'm going
Okay.
to
Do what you gotta do.
brainstorm some more, and I'll share it in like the chat and stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you as well, Manders. Cool. All right, and Matthew, if there's anything else that again you just wanted to add in terms of feedback, questions, ideas for, you know, ways that we can utilize social media tactics, please feel free to add anything.
Yeah, it wasn't very clear for me. So you can, the best way if you don't have the swipe up option because you're not at 10K on Instagram is just to post the link of the website in the bio. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah, that would be one way. And again, you know, like there's many ways that people can use their bio link. For example, thing that I've done in the past is like you either literally just have your immediate YouTube channel right in your bio. You can have a YouTube playlist in your bio that makes it just like a little bit cleaner and focuses people directly where you want them to be. Or again, we can literally post your Paradigm Shift Central bio link into your Instagram bio, which will show your new posts as well as link people back to your YouTube as well. So yeah, there's a couple options there.
Okay. Yeah, because I really wanted to focus on Instagram. I think I kind of got a groove or an idea to post regular content and create some momentum on that platform. That's going to be as well as inspiring for me and hopefully create my valuable content for people. So yeah, that's pretty much where I was heading. So
okay, cool.
But yeah, no, I feel I still need to get in the groove of that, but yeah, cool. I'll check that out for sure.
Cool. Yeah, and yeah, I agree. I think like focusing on Instagram is definitely powerful because as you grow momentum on Instagram, that gives you the opportunity to be able to direct people to your YouTube or to your entry posts and stuff like that. So yeah, again, like that's where like with good things on Instagram flowing, like on as I kind of get things going, like I'll be getting posts that will be back up to like over, you know, 300 likes or 400 likes or 500 likes or something like that. So and again, and so I'll be using that momentum to be able to direct people to our content as a team as well. So it's like the shared momentum is like what's the value out of that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And again, so in terms of posting content to the website, I'll just remind people once again that check in with me as you're creating content, and also to make sure that when you're going to new post, never to click publish, always click save as draft. And then one thing that we can actually go over within this production meeting is the additional changes that I've made to the Discord server. In particular, you'll notice that there is a new category called entry creation flow. This is going to be very important, and this might be, you know, just kind of like one of the main places that people will be able to focus their attention. So the entry creation flow is literally from top to bottom, like a kind of starting process and ending process for the creation of content. So there's the category entry creation flow, and then underneath that there are 6 channels. The first one is creation idea prompts, and so that's a place where people can share ideas for content creation, not even just for themselves, but something that they can just kind of be like, oh, you know, it would be a great idea if someone did this, and then they can just kind of post it there, and then people can get inspired by that. And a side note of something that I've recently added, which I'll add to the creation idea prompts, is in the main website. If you go to the co-op members area, you'll see a link there for entry assignment prompts, and within the entry assignment prompts, you'll actually see like short little blurbs about ideas for videos that you can create. And I'm just going to reread those real quick. So I'll just kind of read here a little bit about what I wrote. So entry assignment prompts. As a member of the Conscious Media Co-op, it is important to constantly be exploring new forms of creative expression. Here you will find a variety of assignments that you can practice creating through both written and video format that will serve as valuable entries for the community while helping showcase your work. Though there is a general order to this list, it is encouraged that you choose the ones that you feel most excited about. So part of the ones that we have here, I think I have like 8 so far. So I'll just read a couple here just so you can get an idea, and even for the people listening in the future, you can start listening. So the first one that I have, a story of your awakening. Everyone has a story. Practice sharing yours by telling it as an intentionally engaging tale of your quest that has led you to where you are now. You can choose what you want to keep in and take out what you wish. It is okay to share about the highs and lows that added up to you realizing more of who you are as a multidimensional being. Be honest, intentionally engaging, and focus on the common threads that connect us with the intention of inspiring the audience. So again, like for everyone here, at some point I would encourage you to create a post that is about a story of your awakening. And again, like that in itself is also kind of like your intro post in a sense, you know, because I know sometimes it's just like make a video of you just introducing yourself. That can be kind of hard. But if it's like kind of a story of you if it's a post about you telling a story of your awakening, that can kind of feel a little bit more engaging and a little bit more clear as to what story you want to be able to create out of that. And then that kind of leads into the next prompt, which is sharing your purpose. So what is your purpose? Why are you here? Are you here to help others, to serve, to co-create a bigger story? What are some of your skills, interests, and abilities? Create an inspirational entry that will help hype up the audience, develop a further relationship between you and them, and add to the bigger story. This assignment is a powerful tool to help you reflect and receive clarity as you move forward on your path. So that in itself is a really, really powerful thing, where as much as it is for the audience, it can also really just be for you, where you're literally in that place and you're reflecting, you know, what is my purpose, right? And then if you film that on camera, you may be surprised as to like what you kind of share in that moment. So just kind of going through here, I'm just going to go through these real quick. Again, just for the people who are listening to this in the future. And again, under the website, go to co-op member area and then assignment prompts, and you can read these yourself. Artistic poetry video. There is a poet inside all of us. For this assignment, you're asked to write out an inspirational conscious poem ahead of time that will take about 2 to 3 minutes long to read on camera. Combine audio and or video of you reading your poem with footage of your choosing. Play around with filming your own footage of things such as nature or other ambient settings. You are also encouraged to incorporate stock footage as you wish. To increase the production value even more, look into adding additional music to your video. See what music you can find that is already online through the Team Google Drive. A poem is a beautiful artistic way to speak to a person's soul. So again, that's just like putting the idea in there. It's just like, okay, artistic poetry video. Maybe that's what I want to create next. So again, you can kind of like pick and choose out of these which one really calls to you. And so here's one that, and again, I'm just going to read through these real quick. Informative topical entry. So this is picking a topic and then creating a video out of that. What are some of your favorite topics? Create a list of about 3 or 5 things to begin with and then choose one to start. Your objective is to create a post that will help educate the audience about this topic while also giving you the opportunity to practice explaining it in your own words. From here, begin writing out point form script of 5 main ideas. If you are writing an entry, then each point should be at least a paragraph to itself. If you are making a video, then the video should range between 3 to 10 minutes. Incorporate as much original graphics and stock footage as you can gather. If you are using specific images you do not own, be sure to credit the authors as best as you can. Einstein says that intelligence is being able to explain something explain something complex simply. Make it your objective to explain your topic as best as you can so that someone who may not be familiar with conscious themes would perhaps still be able to understand it. You can repeat this assignment numerous times with the topics of your choice. And the other topics here, maybe I won't read all of them right away, but the other ones would be shiftivism documentation. So that's like documenting yourself going out and doing free hugs or other acts of kindness. And it also talks about the importance of making sure that you have consent when filming other people. And part of the way, I'll just read here, be sure to get as much permission as possible from anyone you're getting footage or images of. It is totally okay to have a friend filming you in public doing free hugs, and then after you hug someone, you politely ask them, is it okay if I may or may not use some of this footage in a YouTube video? And of course, if they say no, then you politely honor that. Oftentimes, people will say yes. Consent is key, so be sure to get as much as possible before or after. And so again, that's a really powerful form of media, getting other people out there doing free hugs, documenting it. That helps inspire other people to take action. The other topics for the assignment prompts: single subject interview, and then there is also multiple subject interview. There is event journalism. There is self-organized event documentation and intentional pump-up video, guided meditation, and music-oriented entry, and more coming soon. So again, you know, even with the single subject interview, that's encouraging you to like find someone who you want to interview who may actually be a friend or a family member or have some sort of spiritual perspective that you want to be able to share on camera. And then multiple subject interview, that one can be a little bit different. Similar yet different from the single subject interview, this assignment can be presented much differently. Instead of the focus being on the individual person, instead the focus is on a particular theme, topic, or question. You can practice asking multiple people. Aim for somewhere between 4 to 10 subjects. These could once again be friends, family, as well as strangers if you're able to approach people in a public place and ask them off camera ahead of time if they would like to share. When interviewing people who you just met, be sure to get their contact info so you can send the entry to them when it is completed, as well as be sure to ask for their name on camera if you're filming them, and ask them to say, "I consent to you using this footage for your project." Once you have your interviews completed, aim to edit together a weaving pattern between the subjects to create a steady flow that will be engaging for the audience. So again, you can kind of get some more ideas there. And then event journalism, that's talking about, you know, if there's like something happening in your community, like an activist demonstration, a festival, some sort of celebration, some sort of dance event, or a spirituality expo or something like that. And you can go there as a journalist to be able to tell a bit of a story about what this event is and how it relates to the bigger shift in consciousness. And then, of course, you also have the option for self-organized event documentation. And so that would be within the context of creating an event and then documenting it. So creating a paradigm shift meetup and then letting people know that it happened. You can kind of do like a before and after video, even if you're not able to get footage of the actual event. You can interview people there. Again, that can almost kind of be something that would feel almost like a little news story by the time you have created it. Same with the event journalism. Those two can kind of feel like a little news piece once it's compiled. And again, it's kind of like incorporating the other aspects from the other ones, including the interviews. Intentional pump up video. I'm just going to read this. Have you seen those videos or written articles that just light the fire under you? You can create them too. Move into this assignment with the clear intention that you are making it to get people pumped up. Practice bringing your energy on camera if you're filming, and even exaggerate some of your features. Use your hands, move around, yell out into the world about how beautiful life is. Combine this with footage you film of things like nature or doing activities such as dancing, yoga, meditation, skateboarding, running through the woods, etc. Aim to find a specific message you want the audience to reflect on and expand on it. As a video, this can be between 3 to 5 minutes. And then again, the final ones would be guided meditation. So that's pretty straightforward, encouraging you to create a guided meditation on camera. With the guided meditation, quick tips here. Plan things out ahead of time by making a point form skeleton walkthrough of the main points. Each meditation should have a lead-in, body and breathing calibration where you bring people into theta, a point of focus, or the beginning of the beginning of a journey, a realization or reflection, and a focus on integration and embodiment, and then a gentle conclusion. A guided meditation can be anywhere from 5 minutes to over an hour. Play around with the idea and allow yourself to step into your potential as a creative storyteller and facilitator. And then the last one currently on the list is music-oriented entries. So again, that's if you're a musician, if you like have a music video that you want to be able to create, and if that music video is like something that can even be similar to a poetry video, you can kind of cross those over. So like a poetry video could almost be a music video at that point. Like at what point is it just poetry, and at what point does it become a song? So you can see where those kind of cross over. And yeah, so again, that's kind of just some ideas that we have currently online to help people just get their thought process moving towards what it is that they can create that would be a good match for the website. And again, as people are creating this, they can go to the Discord ahead of time And through the Discord, again, you'll see under the entry creation flow, you have the creation idea prompts. So I'm literally going to probably copy paste everything from there into there. And then from there, you have brainstorming. So you can brainstorm with the team just to be able to be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. And people can add feedback. You have content requests. So again, if you're just being like, hey, you know, like I really need some music or I need some footage. Does anybody have that? You can ask for it there, and it may already be on the Google Drive, which again, people are slowly getting access to as we move forward. And then on the Google Drive files, you can actually, people will literally post there in the Google Drive files as to like when new things are getting uploaded. So again, I'm going to add some content in there as we go. And then there's project collaboration. So if you literally want to directly work on something with someone, that step within the process is kind of optional depending on what it is that you're working on, but that's just a place to kind of like check in and use that channel to be able to either ask for specific help or just to be able to use that space to do collective brainstorming. And then once you have your content ready for review, then you can post it in the ready for review channel, and then I'll check it ahead of time. And again, with the way that we're kind of formatting things, even if you have content that is already like ready to go, we're not going to release it right away until we feel the timing is right, because we really want to be able to time out like the release of certain content. So that's where part of what we're doing in the future with getting the ball rolling on things is I'll be creating like a schedule ahead of time. So that way I can see ahead of time, like, okay, this is like the release schedule for this week. And then we can kind of just like plug in people as the content becomes available. But if you want to create content ahead of time and then we'll have it ready, that is incredibly valuable too, because then it's like building up the munition. Again, I think of each piece of content, you can think of it as like a love laser that we're firing out into space. And so each powerful piece of media is like that ammunition that we're loading up. So we can start like building our ammunition now. And already with the content that we've already got, like literally just from even the past website, some of it I'm going to be republishing. There's literally like there's hundreds of content that we already have to put in line to be able to release. So there's no limit on there's like no scarcity on the content that we have. So again, just kind of like getting people into the flow and then finding the place for them to be able to have their content published, but making sure that at the same time we're developing the routine so that people are bringing their attention to the website, so that when we do publish your content, naturally eyes will automatically go to it. And then again, that's going to help bring up your viewership. It's going to link people back into your profile. And yeah, again, it's pretty straightforward at that point. So just checking in, feedback on anything that I just shared related to the assignment prompts and related to the entry creation flow. Any questions? Is that simple enough? Does it make sense for you guys? Please feel free to let me know. And I think it might just be, I'm not sure, like I think Manders is AFK, Tamara's at work. So Matthew, if you have anything you want to add, go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's super inspiring. It's a lot of resources, and definitely need to check that out a lot. Yeah, again, I kind of got the groove of it. I feel like I really like the idea of getting the flow directed to the website, so it creates the community. I think it feels like a very powerful idea to create that vibe. And I like the Google Drive. I just sent it the request too. So yeah, it's I like the idea of like putting yourself out there through like introducing yourself and being more vulnerable. And showing yourself more so that people can relate to you and not just create content, but really create a relation. Because it seems like it's a little bit like, as there's so many format, like you're really like trying to express and communicate and relate with people, not only with the content and the thing that is you're passionate about, but just your own experience. So I kind of like that idea, and it's worth exploring. It feels like when you watch someone on YouTube or Instagram, that's kind of the vibe you're trying to get, like relating to that person. So yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, and inspiring.
Awesome, right on, man. Sweet. Yeah, no, and again, I think it's a very powerful model just to be able to give people a place to be able to focus their creativity. So that's kind of, the core aspect of what it is that we're doing. And then again, slowly building the audience, and then again just like really like it will be at that point in the future where any content that we're featuring through the main website will automatically get, you know, like over 500 extra views and eventually over 1,000 extra views and everything like that. So I mean, that's kind of, as my Instagram continues to build up momentum there, you know, like what happens, like literally just like flash forward like a year from now, and if we're still literally sticking with this model and things are working in that way, then, and my Instagram channel is at over like 100K or something, and again people have that relationship, that can be very powerful. And also again, just having the regular routines of the broadcasts in themselves just encourage people to make sure that they're, you know, they're bringing Paradigm Shift into a part of their weekly routine, into a part of their weekly ritual. And then even if they're, you know, maybe they only check it once a week, but even if they jump on it once a week, there's still enough there for them to be able to ingest without it being too much. And that's kind of like the thing that we want to make sure, is that we're not just overloading people with content, because if we do that, then it kind of like dilutes the individual focus that we're placing on specific content as we release it. But again, other than the entries though, there will still be like the live stream feed that people will be able to utilize, that will show up on the main website. And that's something that I want to be able to help get more people into the flow of. And again, so that's under the co-op Nexus up at the top within the Discord. You'll see the live broadcast. Actually, I'm just going to change that again to, I'm just going to change that to live streams, because I'm still undecided if I should call it live streams or live broadcasts. It's one and the same. But yeah, so live stream. So for anybody here, again, Tamara specifically, if you're listening to this, because I know you're already in the routine of it, post into the live stream, start getting into the habit of it, like when you're like going live, like even ahead of time. So again, you know, literally if you're doing a live stream on YouTube, then you post like the YouTube link and you post the date and plus like a little bit of a blurb that way. So again, as people are browsing the website, this will be in front of them, and then they will see that, and then they will have that invitation to be able to tune in to your broadcast. So yeah, utilizing the idea to have like a shared stream for people to share their live streams, like that's revolutionary. Like that is not on any other site right now that I am aware of. So that idea is something that is going to be very, very powerful. And again, for some people, you know, they may go to the Paradigm Shift Central website, they'll check the new entries, but sometimes like it may be the live streams that they're really like, that's going to be like the thing that they're checking, because they know that every single day there's going to be those new live streams. So yeah, just getting into the flow and understanding like how things are set up and what tools are available to you and how everyone here is able to utilize them. So okay, let's get close to wrapping up this production meeting. And again, I think it's just a good opportunity to just be able to check in. And so, you know, again, in the coming week, or actually, I don't know, Tamara, did you have anything that you want to reply on that? Like, I'm not sure if you heard what I said there, or even just to check in to make sure that made sense. If you heard what I was saying there about the live streams, please feel free to do that. I know you're at work, so that's totally cool. So again, so with what I'm going to be doing over the coming week, I'm going to be really focusing on getting momentum growing with my Instagram. That's going to be my focus. And then from there, it's leading people into the website, as well as helping other people with starting to get into the publication process. And again, if anybody has content that they're planning on creating for the website, please just check in with me ahead of time and just let me know what it is you're working on to make sure that it does align with the style of content that we're looking to create. Because again, it's not going to be expected where every single thing that you create will go up through the main website, because they're like, that might just be too much, and there may be some stuff that may be a little bit different that you may just kind of want to keep to your individual YouTube channel. So again, just check in with me ahead of time if you're just like, hey, okay, I got something that I want to be able to submit to the website, would this be a good fit for it? And I'll just be able to provide feedback on the spot there. So yeah, so in the coming weeks, again, I'm inviting other people to begin letting people know that the website is live, that they can check it out. There's already entries up there that you can tune into, that you can observe. And yeah, and just constantly, you know, any feedback that you guys have, let me know how it's working for you. If there's any glitches, let me know as they pop up. And yeah, we'll manage this ship together to the best of our ability. Well, again, keeping things quite simple and just kind of like bringing in new things kind of one step at a time. Like that's always been a big thing, is that we don't need too many bells and whistles right now. Even though there are bells and whistles, it's just kind of keeping it simple, and especially for the audience, we don't want to throw too much at them. Keeping it simple is a very key way to keep it successful. So other than that, I did mention that with the upcoming roundtable for next week, I want to be able to get a layout for kind of the format going into that. I'm going to be brainstorming a little bit more on my own time, and kind of just listening to the universe to see what comes through there. But I do want to be able to just have some kind of schedule and routine for the format of how we're going to be doing the roundtables in the future, and how much we'll keep the same and how much we'll change it up. And we talked about that a little bit last week as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over today, just kind of focusing on that, and that's enough. So again, just checking in with anybody. Does anybody have either just feedback on the spot, any questions? Just let me know how you're feeling about things. How you're feeling is like always very important to be able to check in on, for myself to be able to receive that as well. So anybody who wants to jump in, and again, I know Manders and Tamara are kind of busy at the moment, so Matthew or Tamara, you're there? You're not too busy at work if you want to jump in? Oh, Tamara, we can't hear you right now, so you might just need to jump out and come back in if you want to try that real quick. I know sometimes that glitch does happen, and if you want to do that, and oh, I think I heard you there.
Keeps cutting out. Okay. Yeah, it keeps cutting out. There was a big part of the meeting that I missed. I think I came in again when you said something about you're at work, so that's okay. So did you say something in particular to me?
Just checking in. I mean, with the things that you did hear this meeting, again, any questions and stuff. Did you hear what I was talking about with like utilizing the live stream channel and how that works?
No, I think I'm gonna have to tune in again, and hopefully it was just on my end, but there was like large blocks of silence.
Okay, well, I'll just explain real quick. So in the Discord channel, there's under the Co-op Nexus, there's the channel for live stream, and I'm just encouraging you that when you have your broadcast going up, to post in that channel, because that's gonna show up on the main website for people to see. As traffic comes through the main website, that's gonna be directing people to your live stream. So just post not just the URL to YouTube, but post like a clear explanation of just like when it is, and also like a little blurb about what it is as well.
Okay.
So really utilizing that, and especially if you're getting into the routine of doing your broadcast with Organa and anybody else that you got planned up. So
yeah, well, we plan on doing live Instagrams on Mondays for Q&As, but our broadcast will be pre-recorded.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
would I be putting that on the live one or just the Instagram lives?
Yeah, that's a good question. Technically it's not a live stream, so technically it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But that would still be something that can show up through like the video feed. So yeah, for now, let's just stick to live streams. So
Sounds
yeah,
good.
so you would post a link
Perfect.
to your Instagram profile then.
Okay. Oh, how do you? Oh, actually, no, I figured that out. Never mind. I got it. Thank you.
What was the question? Just anyways, just
Oh, I
someone
was
else might
gonna
have it.
ask how to get the actual link instead of just a hashtag to my YouTube, or I mean to my Instagram, but I think I figured it out the other day. So
Yeah, it's literally instagram.com/whatever your name is. So
name is okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, and reminder that you can always use Instagram in your browser. So that's like sometimes super easy. So keep that in mind.
I have another question.
Sure.
Now that the site is open, can we put the website link in our bios?
Yeah, so Manders was asking about that. Yes, you can. Like honestly, if you guys want to do that, absolutely, you're more than welcome to. The other thing that we were suggesting is that as your content gets published, you may actually prefer to have the link for your profile from the website in your bio. That way, so if you're like, check out my new blog post in my bio link, and then it would be just your blog posts opposed to the main front page of the website. So yeah, but no,
I'd probably do both.
Yeah,
probably do
yeah,
both.
yeah. No, absolutely. Again, like as a team, like that's not only helping you, but it's helping other people because it's directing traffic to their content, and just again getting people into the familiarity of the fact that this website exists. And like that's like, for me, that really warms my heart, the idea that other people in the co-op are kind of taking up this role of being ambassadors for Paradigm Shift Central, because because again, like, yeah, I can tell people, but what happens when you start, you telling your audience and just being like, hey, this is the new website up, be sure to check here throughout the week for awesome new content by myself and other creators type thing. So yeah, absolutely. Anything that you guys want to do in terms of social media tactics to help start getting the word out there nice and softly, absolutely, please feel free. And again, even just let me know if you're doing it so that I can, you know, give you like huge thumbs up and thank you. So yeah. So Tamara, any other questions that you have, or just like general either feedback or how you feeling about things? If Tamara's still there. Okay, I'm not sure if Tamara is actually still there. That's okay. Okay, and Matthew Manders, anything that you guys just want to check in again with what I was talking about earlier? If you have any questions, feedback, ideas. Oh, Tamara's kind of still there. Tamara, you're glitching out. So, all right.
I just think you did a really good job with the website. I think it looks great. It's exactly like what we were talking about. And yeah, I'm just really excited to start seeing all the amazing content that everybody's going to be putting out. And I'm super motivated. This is going to be fun.
Awesome, sweet. Totally. I mean, I like, again, like the last month, it's been a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of building, and that's been fun. But now it's like really focusing on the creative co-creation process, and like that's our jam, man. That's like what we're really here for. So sweet. And Manders, just off the top of your head, future shifter entries that you're thinking about, do you have anything in the pipeline that you can just mention now so I can get an idea?
For me, I've got a couple things I'm working on. I've been working with a few people about psychic abilities. And so I'm working on my psychic overview on psychic abilities. And then I'm just going to start that out as a blog. And then I'm going to interview Jenna about her experience at an Abraham Hicks event. Shauna and I are collaborating. We're going to start a YouTube channel here very soon. I think we were hoping to do it this week, but I don't know if that's we'll see. And then I've just got tons of Instagram ideas that I've got in the works too that'll be coming out. My goal is to post something inspirational every day.
Cool.
So I got a lot of stuff on the fire here.
Awesome. That sounds wonderful. So again, just kind of check in with me and let me know like what would be your next thing as you're working on it that you're looking to publish. And yeah. So cool. Sounds good.
Cool.
Sweet. All right. Thank you again.
Alrighty.
And Matthew, last check-in, and then we'll wrap this up. Anything that you just want to, I guess, like even for you, even just your videos, those are going to be something that we can start getting the drafts ready and get those in the pipeline so that we can have them ready to publish. Next week would be ideal, actually. So if you have time for that. And honestly, side note for everyone here, like I have the ability to create posts for other people. So I could literally create like a draft of, say, for example, Matthew's thing, where I like literally just embed the link and maybe copy paste like a little bit of text and just set up the image and stuff like that, which doesn't take too long. But again, if say for example, if he's too busy and just for whatever reason, then I would have that option to be able to jump in and just be able to assist with that. And I actually did that for one of the published entries on the website right now, the one for Zylock. Like Zylock didn't make that. I made that, but it was like copy and pasted from his content. So and then you can publish it as them. So that's like one of the things. But yeah, sorry, Matthew, just passing back to you. Any questions, feedback? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I just want to express I really appreciate all that you do. Like, as you said, you wanted feedback. And for me, just the opportunity of having this community is so inspiring. It's so great to hear people talk about all of what they're passionate, and just like getting involved with this is really, really a great experience. And as I go, I really feel like you're honing so well to all of your like ambition and everything. It's really, really inspiring. So just want to say that first.
Thanks.
And Yeah. And the video, as I said, I just got one, so I send it the link in the review for Ready. I tried to write a little bit more. I realized that it's still not much writing, so I have time today and tomorrow to improve the writing for the introduction of the video today. If you want to give me some feedback, that'd be amazing. Otherwise, I've already created like the thumbnail and another picture, as you said, so you can have another picture that would be more like Instagram. So I'm gonna post that in the draft today, so you'll be able to see it. And yeah, I think we can work on that. I'll try to get more and more going, but I want to create a lot. I've really got a specific idea for Instagram, something that I was inspired like a year or so ago that I feel like could really work on Instagram, to create some kind of uplifting content, like very short, so that it's not very it's easy, you just see it, but it creates that little space in your day where you can just reconnect with a part of yourself and all of this. So I think I'll stick to a video every two weeks now, to make space to create as much Instagram content as I can, and to learn to I really want to learn to link all of this to the hub, the Nexus, the Paradigm Shift website, because I really feel like it's a powerful idea to have this place where everyone comes together. And I had the picture of a tree where like the leaves get the sun and release the oxygen, and the roots get the energy of the earth, but also give the energy of the sun too. So it's like a channel where everything comes back and forth and create that really huge momentum. So it's really where I want to work. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome, wonderful, man. And I'm just looking in the drafts right now. Are you talking about the post for "Stop Waiting for Your Life"? Is that the one you were talking about?
No,
There's
it's I
another one.
posted it in review for ready
Oh.
for review.
Oh, okay. So you posted it in the Discord. Okay, so let me just
Yeah.
open up that real quick. Okay, so this is this the same video, or is this a different video?
It's a new one. It's the one I was talking
That's
about.
a new one.
It's the title is "Free Yourself: How to Stop Feeling Stuck in Life." And that's a little
Right.
different.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And did you say that you do have a corresponding image that you would want to be able to put up with that?
yeah. I'll put that on the draft.
Okay.
Like I could do that right now, like as soon as we're done, so you can check it out.
Yeah. So again, even with what you got there, like copying and pasting it totally for there is totally cool. At the same time, you can literally go right into the website and save it as draft, and then you can literally also like there's a couple ways that people could do it, where they could literally just save it as draft and just be like, and literally just post a message there saying, like new post submitted for review under drafts, sort of thing, and then I'll check under the drafts and take a look at it there. So we can kind of use that space in a couple ways. So yeah, like if you have the time, absolutely go right ahead, and then you can start structuring that right within the website and save it as draft there. And then if it's good to go, then we'll have it loaded up and ready to fire when the time is right. So
cool. And I just posted the picture that I.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, for Instagram or whatsoever.
Okay, so that is an image that you made for Instagram, kind of?
Well, you said like it's good to have another picture aside the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe that would be a nice one, or I don't know.
How is the thumbnail for the actual video itself?
I could I'll upload it right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I just clicked on the video and it says that it is unavailable. Is that because it's private right now?
Yeah, it's private. It's gonna release
so
itself. I see it. It's gonna release.
Gotcha.
3:30 p.m.
Gotcha.
Okay. Your time. Right. And I just posted the thumbnail.
So that's the thumbnail of the video. All right. And what's the title of the video itself?
Sorry, I'll tell you that right now. It's how to stop feeling stuck in life. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of thinking like for that image, I could see ways to just kind of make that image pop a little bit more, and even just to actually, again, like just to be able to create the thumbnail with the full title of the video in it is okay to be able to do it that way. And is this using Adobe Spark?
I don't know what that is. I use Canva usually to.
Canva? Was that Canva? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Download Adobe Spark when you can, because that's going to be that's a super valuable tool to be able to have. But yeah, I think before we publish that, let's find a way to have an image that's just going to be like a little bit more popping. Like even just that one, the Free Yourself one, I can tell like the brightness on it is a little low, so that could be kind of boosted, and you would want to do something that would make the text stand out more, and also to have the text literally as the title for your video. That way, so again, as it's showing up on YouTube, that will also, like, people would see that, and that would stand out to them. And yeah, and I think we could probably, I'm gonna I'll check the video out, and then I'll probably have a little bit more feedback on what to be able to create in terms of like a thumbnail image for that, and that may be something where, you know, like I may be able to like help craft that with you as well. So yeah. Because again, you know, like we sometimes, honestly, like just as feedback as conscious media creators, we need to make sure that we're like staying committed to our content all the way through. And what I mean by this is that sometimes we'll like put all of our energy into creating an awesome video, and then we're just like, yes, I'm finally done. And now to just like create a half-ass thumbnail, and then do a half-ass job of curating it or something like that. But we have to understand that like that initial, that final step of creating that thumbnail and curating it is equally as important as everything else up to that point. So that just has to get into the habit of being a part of the work. So yeah, because sometimes that will happen where we just kind of create like something really awesome, and then we just kind of get lazy. And not to say you're getting lazy, but I'm just saying sometimes it can happen where we just kind of like get a little bit lazy at that last step, and then we're just like, oh damn, like why did no one watch my video? And then it turns out it was because it didn't have like an engaging thumbnail. And it might be something as simple as that, right? So like really that thumbnail has to honor like the entire value of that video. So yeah, really just be, you know, critical of the thumbnail, and just kind of check in and just be like, if I was just stumbling upon this, would this image entice me? You know, would it tell me what I'm about to watch? Would it be a preview for me to understand what it is that I'm clicking on? So yeah, so just kind of getting into the habit of making the good thumbnails for YouTube is definitely something that all of us need to work on more. And that's just because, you know, it comes with the training. So yeah, so
cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll check Adobe Spark today.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. And if you, because the video, yeah, when's the video going to be published? What time of the day?
3 your time, 3 p.m. your time.
Okay, cool. And so yeah, and
you want to, I could always like make it to release right now if you want to check it out, but I like the idea of being always at the same hour, same time.
So. Yeah. And how many subscribers do you have on your YouTube channel right now?
13.
Okay. Well, that's, if you're already creating the routine, that's still pretty cool though. So good for you. Yeah. I mean, it's a good habit to get into. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure that again, and like I'm gonna check the video at some point, and yeah, and then I think once it's ready to go, we'll have it, and then we'll put that one into the lineup to be able to publish for this coming week. And again, and I think like I'm excited to see it, because again, I think your videos are a good example of, you know, the things that we can create without having to be, you know, an expert, quote unquote, on the content media creation. Like, you're someone who's still getting into it, yet you're still able to provide content that is pretty impressive. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, dude. All right. Okay, let's get close to wrapping this up. Matt, any other questions? Anything that you feel you need clarity on? I mean, I know there's always going to be little things here and there, but
I feel like the main goal like is pretty clear, that I just need to work on the thumbnail right now. So yeah, I'll check that out, and we can touch base.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna, when I check that, like, you'll see the video, and we can just like
sweet
correspond about it, and I'll send the draft too. So
okay, perfect. Awesome. And no other questions just about like the website or project in general at the moment?
Yeah, well, I feel I need to go check your introduction video before I have any more questions, so maybe later, but for now,
okay,
got a lot of work to do.
When you say introduction video, which one are you referring
Well,
to?
you made a video that introduced you to the website like yesterday, I think.
Well, I mean, that's that like, well, yeah, there's like a 3-minute video version of it.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Okay,
and
okay. I
then
thought it was.
there's like the broadcast. Honestly, you don't, since you've been in this production meeting, that's not fully essential. If you want to listen to it in the background, that's more than fine, but that's not going to like be essential for you to like understand like how things work and stuff. A lot of what's been talked about in there has already been talked about here. So yeah, but yeah, absolutely. Just kind of like go on the website, click around, make sure that you become familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna work itself out. And then I send it you. It's not the same email, but I send it a request for Google Drive. So it's
Yes.
there's the word Soleil in it, so it's
Okay.
pretty easy
Is that a
to.
Gmail? Is it a
Yeah,
Gmail?
it is.
Okay. So yeah, I'm still figuring out where those requests for the Google Drive were going to. I couldn't find one sent the other day, so just copy paste me your actual email address just into a direct message over Discord, and I'll add you. And so again, so with that will give you access to download files from the Google Drive as well as upload files to the Google Drive. And just checking in terms of like content that we're looking to upload to the Google Drive for anybody here, that would be like B-roll content. So even if you were to like go out and like film some stuff in nature, that would be valuable. That could always be content that we could upload. Music, particular graphics is kind of like the main things that we're looking for at the moment. And not that I'm expecting anything, but at the moment, Matthew, is there anything that you feel that you would be looking to upload to the Google Drive for like other people to use as B-roll and general
Yeah.
footage and stuff?
Well, actually, I just got the luck to be able to purchase a crystal bowl, and I already had a Tibetan bowl, so I was trying, and I got a half decent microphone, so I wanted to
Cool.
try to record like uh, those like alone and together and everything, so it could make like background noises for videos or music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was thinking about that. That could be pretty amazing, and yeah,
Cool. Cool, man.
maybe like yeah, we'll see. I've got a lot of good pictures from my last trip to Hawaii, so I could send that too. Some of them are really just
Cool.
breathtaking. So yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. That stuff is totally valuable. So cool. And how many singing bowls? Is it one singing bowl or
I've got two.
two?
So
Cool.
yeah, so far, but I've got friends too. Who's got two other that are amazing. So if like people like it, I could get in the habit.
Yeah.
I've got a few friends who has them, so I can like make more and like mix the tones and everything if people
Awesome.
like it. So that could get like bigger and more
Awesome.
developed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, and the Google Drive is going to become like super powerful as we start adding content to it. So already online, Drew has uploaded content, and so there's like already like audio files that are on there, and Brock has uploaded some animations, so those are available as well as some audio there as well. I'm not sure if David has uploaded anything yet at the moment. No, not yet, but he's got some nature footage that he's going to be uploading. I've also just been using my file just for my own production processes. But I'm going to be uploading, I'm probably going to be uploading some like animation and also some like ambient music stuff that I'll be able to make as well. So in addition, like the Google Drive also has its benefit. Actually, well, everyone should kind of have their own Google Drive because that can actually be used as a very powerful way to just be able to transfer files between your computer and your phone. So make sure for anybody here listening, get a Google Drive. And again, if you have a Gmail account, you have a Google Drive. So just click up on like the options in the top right, and then you'll see the option to go to your drive. So whereas like the shared drive, the purpose of that is kind of files that you're uploading so that other people can download them to use in their projects for collaboration. So yeah, cool. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for being here. I'm super excited for the week that we have ahead of us. And again, with the weekend coming up, just inviting people to like keep brainstorming, keep thinking about ideas, ask me any questions as they come up, start letting people know about the website, and just make sure that you've browsed the website enough so that you're familiar with it. And yeah, lots to happen, lots still to come. So last check-in, does anybody else have any questions or again just gratitude that they want to express? Please feel free to do so.
I'm super grateful for
Super
can you hear
grateful.
me?
I can.
You can. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much for holding this space for us once again. I have a quick question about that B-roll stuff. Sylvie and I were talking this morning, and she wasn't sure how she could be involved. She wants to help out, but she's not interested in being in the limelight at all. But she's a photographer and she wants to learn editing. So can I tell her about that particular aspect of it?
Yeah, absolutely. If she's got photos or videos that she's, you know, been collecting or wants to get, you know, like literally just go for a nature walk and go film the sun through the trees or something like that. Like footage like that combined with like a poetry video is always like super beautiful. And then essentially you can always take any footage and you could always put it in a kaleidoscope effect, and that can always be super beautiful too. So absolutely, yeah, we're always going to be looking for, you know, creating, like that's the thing that's very powerful about the co-op, is that we're literally creating like our own library of stock content, which is like super awesome. So yeah, okay, absolutely.
I'll let her know, because I know she was going to message you anyways.
Okay.
She wants to be involved. She just doesn't want to do what we're doing.
Totally. And there's lots of ways to be involved. So yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Tamara. Cool. Okay. Anybody else? Last chance or forever hold your peace. Is that what they say? I don't know. So cool. Okay. And this has been a good meeting. Thank you, everyone. I'm looking forward. Thank you, everyone, for just like holding space for the creation of this process. It's been very exciting to see it go from like vision to fruition, and now the again, like the ball is rolling, the spaceship is launched, so it's just like a matter of like flying it into some very, very exciting places within the galaxy, while shooting lasers out from both sides and piercing the veils of darkness with love. Pew 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 pew. That's basically what's happening. So metaphysically speaking. Okay, so if nobody else has anything to add, we will conclude this broadcast. So I'll just invite everyone here to join me in saying farewell and thank you to everyone tuned in the future, and wishing them a beautiful and wonderful moment. So have a great weekend, everyone. We love you.
Have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in.
Awesome.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Go team. All right, thanks again, everyone. Much love. Keep it shifty, and we will see you in the future.